Welcome, everyone. My name is Nettie Chen, and I would like to welcome you all to Insanity Check. On today's show, we will be talking about cold blooded mind control, hot porn, and what could be the perfect prophylactic. And now, here are the boys.
The military, of course, the military, always in your head. The military brain, the military is developing a chip. Now, that's actually for a good thing. It's an existential dilemma for many of us. But for the military, the ability to treat anxiety is, it's becoming a priority. Treating anxiety, depression, memory loss, and the symptoms associated with post-traumatic stress disorder has become one of the most important battles of the post-war period. Flat. Just one of the most important battles. Now the Pentagon is developing a new and innovative brain chip to treat PTSD in soldiers and veterans that could bring sweeping new changes to the way depression and anxiety is treated for millions and millions of Americans. With $12 million and potentially for $26 million more if benchmarks are met, the Defense Advanced Research Projects agencies, or DARPA, wants to reach deep into your brain's soft tissue to record, predict, and possibly treat anxiety, depression, and other maladies of mood and mind. Terms from the University of California at San Francisco, Lawrence Livermore National Lab and Metatronic will use the money to create a cybernetic implant with extrodes extending into the brain. Now the Pentagon is developing a new innovative brain chip that will treat PTSD in soldiers and veterans that could bring sweeping new changes to the way depression and anxiety is treated for millions and millions of Americans. So
I cry bullshit.
Absolutely.
I cry bullshit. That's that Jason Bourne shit. That's Majestic 12. That's brain conditioning. That's mind wiping. They're just trying to, once again, they're just trying to create, in my opinion, a symptom that they can then come for the cure, and the cure is something for a greater goal, which is obviously mind control. I mean, yeah, true. There are a lot of soldiers, from what I understand, taking themselves out. They're becoming depressed. They're over there. There was a guy that just this week, a big man in charge, Obama, just freed him. Like he had to give up like 5 Taliban dudes to get this one guy back, and the guy that had walked off his post because he was disillusioned with the way we were treating people over there. So you have a lot of soldiers taking themselves out, and I understand addressing the depression and how to reindoctrinate them into society. But putting a fucking brain chip in your head, what else can that thing do? It could, because
I mean, give them better rhythm. I don't know. Well, what's funny is that just 2 days ago, a friend of mine who was actually a vet from Iraq, he asked me to come to a documentary with him, and it's called Korangal. And basically, that's a mountain range in Iraq where U.S. soldiers were getting their shit blasted out of them, and they did a document. And it was interesting. Like, I have never will have any interest in fighting in the military or anything like that. But one of the things that they said, that one of the guys was saying, he was like, imagine living with a person 2 feet away from you for 10 months. And he's like, and my friend was like, you literally start going stir crazy. And he said he wasn't just thinking about killing his own men. He was thinking about how to kill them. Like
just to get them away from him.
Yeah, like that's
Holy
how
shit.
Your mind just starts
How
to
stressed.
Yeah,
how your mind just wow.
So, I mean, and I'm not saying that's necessarily a justification for,
No, there's no justification for
putting
that.
Cyberdyne in your skull.
Yeah, I'm serious,
but
man. That's
still, I mean, they go through some shit. They volunteered for it. That's on you.
I mean, there was something I saw just the other day. I think it was, I forgot which I think it was like HBO or something like that. And it was showing how some of the soldiers came home and they're like crackheads. They straight up smoking crack. because they were like, listen, we went through every kind of like post-stress depression medication and so on and so forth. Nothing worked. So they were shooting smack and smoking crack, just like that. Yeah, any case, yeah. So this is what they were doing, and it was so sad because they were like, one of the guys, he had like done some incredible G.I. Joe shit, saved this, and he was like, charged some bunker. He did some super fantastic stuff, only to come home, lose his relationship, couldn't get a job, heavily medicated, uppers, downers, whatever you want to, just to try and function and get through a normal day. And being taught, he had tried to commit suicide twice. Being talked off the ledge all the time. It's just frightening.
So, is this not, would he, and obviously this is not for everyone, but could he not be a case for this chip?
This is not the way to fix PTSD
I don't-
at all.
yeah.
We can spend $12 million and so many other ways to
Yeah.
treat this.
Yeah.
So many other ways. It's like we're so quick to send these guys and girls off to war, but when they come back, we're not doing anything to help them reintegrate into society. We're just throwing them aside when they come back, and it's putting a chip in their
A
head.
chip in the head is not the-
It's not going to fix anything.
Because it reminds me of the RFID chip. Okay, when they said it'll be so convenient. I know for that Google woman said she has that we covered it on the show months back, that barcode scanner, and she was like, well, it turns your whole body into like a biometric ID thing, to where if you're going up to your own car or your house, it's programmed to respond to this chip, so you can just go brrr, and it knows that's you. Your car will start, or you can go into your home. I'm like, okay, fine, that's really cool, but you're also tagging yourself. And what else can this thing do? Because it's just like how they said the set-top boxes with cable and stuff like that had cameras in them. Well, they never told us it had two-way cameras in them. So what else can this technology inside of these people's brains do? So it's
They're not
completely
telling us.
wrong. I feel sorry. These soldiers have gone through enough. And to expose them to something under the auspices of trying to help them alleviate their depression by turning them into cybernetic guinea pigs, to me is just... It's just more of a crime than basically placing them in a situation where they're fighting this, in my opinion, unjust war over there. So that's already, you're compounding it. You're compounding it. Now you're turning them to, they've already guinea pigged these people by injecting them with God knows how, whatever, just to be over there. Now you're going to come back and open their skull and put some fucking Samsung chip in their head? I mean, what you're going to, next thing they're going to say, yeah, you can connect with your phone and TV better.
Yeah.
Or you can just think about it, and, and you'll think, call so-and-so, and come on, man, that's... I don't agree with that shit.
I have to say, folks, Skillet Sauce is the heart, the true conscience of this show. He's a monster. Don't get it wrong. But I think no one shows more compassion for people, on this show, because a lot of times I'm just like, yo, you ask for it, you get it. Deal with your consequences. But that's.
I can't be that way, because you know what it is. A lot of these guys were disillusioned and sold a bill of goods. And they couldn't, their patriotic heartstring was pulled. So for these people that really wave the flag and like, it's all about America, America, fuck yeah, or whatever. We want to go over there and we want to show them. They bought into it. I know that's what your problem is, because like, how could you not see through that? I mean, I feel the same way. How could you not see through that? But some people couldn't. But they went over there and they got caught up, and you can't compound it. When they do come to realize that we have been misled by turning into some experiments. I mean, you just can't do that to them. So I am compassionate to a degree. My opinion is like, you shouldn't have gone in the first motherfucking place, but they did, and since they did, you have to treat them a certain way.
They took an oath to defend this country and defend our Constitution, and that's their job, whether they agree with it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they took an oath to do.
But they did not take an oath to have their brains cut.
Exactly.
See, that's my thing.
Exactly.
You went over there like the guy Pat Tillman, and he caught 3 to the face. It happened. You wanted to leave football to go over there. You got a nice bridge over there in Arizona, between Arizona and Nevada, named after you, but you're like a smoking husk into the ground. It is what it is. He believed in it. Fine, cool. It's just, like I said, the aftermath, I don't agree with. I just don't agree with. And so many of them are killing themselves. They say more of them are committing suicide than actually dying in the field.
Absolutely.
Which is insane. Which is insane. So what kind of war are you fighting where you kill yourself more than the enemy kills you?
It's the American war.
Thank you all for joining us. Next week, we will see ratchet nuptials, delicious myths, and an ass attack by the youth. For Insanity Check, I'm Nettie Chan. See you soon!